Okay, so editor font size. By default, I mean this controls the font size in pixels obviously, and by default is set to 12. Now, I'm gonna use, I have been using the Cobalt 2 theme for quite a long while, and the Cobalt 2 theme recommends a font size of 17. Now, I don't want to use a font size of 17 because it's too big for me, and I want to see more code. I like to see quite a bit of code. So I'm not going to use 17 nor 12. I'm going to use kind of the middle ground, which is 14, which is creates a little bit more balance between the size of the text here, right, and the size of the text. Where were we? There we go. And the size of the text here, right? So I don't want. It feels uncomfortable to me if the text on the editor is at a size that is too different from the size of the text here. So I think 14 is pretty good. If you set it to 17, the discrepancy is just too much. So I'd rather have it at 14. 12 is too little. It's just too much stuff. I think 14 strikes a good balance. So this is my recommendation with this particular font, by the way. So, different fonts show different, it makes a difference. Like if you go with Menlo, for example, 14 is kind of too much, right? Then I would want to go to 12, even though I wouldn't have this weight here. It's too dense, right? Now with Menlo, this is perfectly fine. The default settings, which is a font size of 12 pixels and a font weight of normal, which is 300, I think. It's the same thing. Now with this font, operator mono with ligatures light, I don't like 12 is too little. Let's go for 14. But then the font weight is not normal. Is too little as well. I want the font to be a little bit more visible. But anyway, just make sure that you strike a good balance between the difference, the font size difference between the code here and the rest of the text in your editor. Otherwise, just hurts your eyes. And the font weight as well. So with this font, I think 14 is just right.